Hey, it's AJ, and today I'm starting the ABC Fan Arts Challenge. So this is gonna be like a pretty long series, 26 parts, and we're starting with A, and that's gonna be Aziraphale. Now, I have done the ABC Challenge before. I got a few in. I don't remember what letter exactly, but I did end up stopping, because I just wasn't like my style, like throughout it. It just, God, I hated it. But even though that has happened, I'm starting this again, and I have a lot more motivation this time. I'm a lot more organized, and I'm actually really excited for the characters I chose this time around. So it's happening. I will make it happen. I swear. And also, this is technically the first voiceover for this channel. Not the first I recorded, but the first I'm actually gonna keep up and not private after a few months. Even though I will most likely hate it by 3 months, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Now onto the actual fan art. So I chose Aziraphale, which is probably obvious by now. And I chose him because, okay, for some context, I have been a little bit obsessed with Good Omens since about maybe January or February of this year. It's my current hyperfixation, and it has me in a chokehold. And I don't think I even want to let go, honestly. I love Good Omens so much. It's become like just such a huge thing that I adore. Like, the fandom is great. It's probably the most unproblematic fandom I've ever been in. It's really nice. But just to elaborate on how much I love this show, I have the book, the script book. I also have the book in Japanese. I have made a lot of fan art, which you can see on my Tumblr. I have that linked because all my Good Omens stuff, my Tumblr is just for that. So yeah. I have a tote bag now, like stickers. Oh god, there's probably too much. But anyway, the point is, I love the show so much. I love it a lot because watching the show just feels like queer joy in a way. Like, just the casual rep, the love story between Aziraphale and Crowley. And I think it's probably one of the best gay love stories ever told, or maybe period. I mean, like, who doesn't love a 6,000-year slow burn, right? Like, God, I love it. I could talk about this show for hours, but I will not. Onto Aziraphale more specifically, I love his characterization. Like, his mannerisms, the way he talks and acts, like, and he's such a complex character, like, morally, like, he has a lot of growth to do. I know Neil said in an interview how Crowley he isn't going to change much, because he is a demon, he's fallen, he knows heaven is, like, pretty bad, and he knows hell is horrible, so he's like that at the start, and Neil said he's gonna basically finish like that. You know, Aziraphale is still, at the end of season 2, he's still kind of on heaven's side, like, as he said, well, we're the good guys, side of truth, of light, of what have you, and he still hasn't gotten that arc where he's gonna realize, like, oh no. He already has a little bit in season 1 with, stopping Armageddon and all that stuff. He went directly against heaven, but he's still not fully there, and it's just so complex, and God, I love his character so much. And I will, if need be, I will make a defense video of Aziraphale for his actions in the final 15 minutes of season 2, because I would have a lot of fun making that video. But regardless, and also Michael Sheen is just amazing. So that's why I wanted to do Aziraphale, and I knew I'd love doing it, which is important when you do a challenge like this, like a long challenge, one that requires a lot of work. Make it something that you love, because if you don't love it, it's gonna be like dragging your feet the whole way, and that just sucks. And also, if you like what you're doing to begin with, it's gonna just be, the process is gonna be a lot better, and when you're done with it, you tend to be a lot prouder, or at least I do. I'm a lot prouder of the things that I loved to do, that I still love, and whatever. Like, it's just, it's a lot better all around, like, to get it done, and then when it is done, it's not just like, oh yeah, I did the thing. It's like, oh my god, look what I did. I am in love with this. Like, with all my Good Omens fan art so much, and like, it makes me really happy, and that's important when, especially in like creative work, to be proud of the things you do. And for me, my art's my entire life, right? So it's important that I actually like it and I actually enjoy doing it, because again, it's like everything, and I would like to be proud of it. So yeah. Now, moving on to the actual process of the piece. So just to start, this piece took so long, like upwards of 10 hours, and there's like so much detail and so much rendering. It's a really big piece, but I enjoyed it like pretty much just like 95% of the time. It was a lot of fun to do, and so that was really nice. And also, this is like my first time doing like a really nice finished piece of Aziraphale, like, I've only been drawing Good Omens fan art for maybe 3 months or so now, and every time I've drawn him, it just doesn't look like Aziraphale. I'm not putting any examples because they're horrific. It's always just been like, yeah, that's not him. That's the likeness was not there. She was not in the room with us, and to be able to do this piece, and you can see, especially, I'll have my references up on the side now, where you can see like a picture I took of Aziraphale and his face in the angle with the lighting and everything. I used that so heavily for this to make sure I got it right, and I think I actually did a pretty good job. It looks like him, like it's very recognizably him, not just through the outfit or whatever, but like it looks like him at least a little bit. It's not perfect, but I'm getting there, and I'm really proud of that, because like when you're making fan art of a show and it's not just like animated or stylized and it's a real person, I feel like it's a lot harder to get them like down right. Like it depends obviously, but for me, realism, like transferring a real person into like my style, has always been a little bit more difficult, and so I'm really happy that it actually looks like him and looks like Michael Sheen, so yay. Now the first part of the process was gathering like references and stuff, which I always make sure to get multiple of them. So I have a few from like Good Omens and like Good Omen sources that I'll put up now, just to make sure that it was correct to Aziraphale and all that stuff. Like I know I didn't color pick anything. I always eyeball it, just because lighting can be weird and I'm not dealing with color theory. But I made sure to get like his outfit right. It's the outfit that he wore in the Job Minnesota. So, because I love that outfit so much, it's so pretty. Anyway, and it also the posing I have for this in the scene, stay your hand, demon. Spies a tool. Like I was hoping for that kind of vibe. And for the posing itself, for the references, I always make sure to use a lot so that I can better like encapsulate my own vision and make it more original instead of just copying like some pose or some artist or what have you. So that's a tip I always have, like use a lot of references and kind of try to like make a little Frankenstein of all of them a little bit. And of course, like you don't have to be reference dependent. Like it's like, especially for my webcomic, which is on hiatus right now, we're not talking about it. Most of the panels are done without any references at all, and that is possible, but I just feel like references help a lot, and I use them, especially in like bigger pieces like this, like I said. So yeah, that's how I use them. Just a lot of references, a lot of variety. Don't use one too much, etc., etc. Yeah. Another thing I really focused on for Michael Sheen / Aziraphale, I wanted to get his body type right, and so in the like under sketch or whatever, like the blue one, I'm pretty sure I got his body type so good. It looks so good. His stomach and thighs, oh, they're so pretty. And then I have to cover it with his stupid little robe, and it's like, okay. Now the line art lately, oh my goodness, lately my line art, I found a brush. I'm not sure if I downloaded it or if it's part of Club Studio's defaults. I'm pretty sure it's downloaded. I'll put the name up now on whatever. It's like lining with butter. It's so smooth and I love it, and it works for my style so well, and it's, oh goodness, it's my new favorite brush, definitely. Like I have one brush running, one brush for line art, and this is it now, and I am in love. Oh my goodness. So the line art was really nice. Line art's always for me pretty relaxing because my sketches are pretty finished. Like I've seen some other arts where there's not that much detail that's refined, and like for my webcam I'll do that sometimes. Like if I'm doing a panel and it's just like, okay, I've drawn her face a million times, I do not need to sketch it, then fine. But for, again, pieces like this, I need to stop saying that, but usually my sketches are a lot more defined before I do line art, especially if I haven't really drawn the character or this outfit before, just to make sure that I don't like mess it up in any way. But anyway, the line art was really relaxing because for me it's basically just tracing, and it was, oh my goodness, it was so nice, and I'm really happy with it. And then lastly, the part of this that took the most easily is the rendering and the lighting. So the rendering, there's a lot of gradients. I know, especially in his face, robe, and wings, that's basically everything, honestly. And so what I've learned to do with rendering is to do a gradient first, and those always look super nice, and then to render on top of it and add details and refine it and what have you. And I've just really been enjoying that lately. And for him, there's definitely a lighting with the warmth of the fire, which is definitely on his face most of all, and that is where I took most from the reference. And the rest of the body, It doesn't particularly make sense, but you know what? It's fine. I still love it. I'm proud of it. Yeah, and then in the shadows, I used to do this for my art all the time. I don't know why I stopped, but I used a bit of bounce light or like a lighter blue in there just to add a bit more color, a bit of pop, and I think it looks really nice. So overall, I'm really happy with it. And yeah. So that's all. Again, I'm super happy with this one. It's on my Cara as the final like full piece if you want to look at it more, I guess. I don't know. And it's also up on my Tumblr because it is Good Omens related. Again, all my Good Omens stuff, if you're interested in seeing any more of that, is all on my Tumblr. I don't post much of it to anything else unless it's relevant, like to a challenge like this, because there's other stuff in it. But yeah, so that's all there. I'll have the next video for B in a few days. The drawing's completely done. I just need to edit it, so just should be like tomorrow, day after, or whatever. And yeah, thank you for watching, and bye.